That does, Sean. Thank you very, very much indeed. DestinationNuri.com, Rowan Hand is my name. The program's the early program. It's Good Morning, Newry and Mourne, and I like to say Newry and Mourne, Ireland, and the entire world out there, because that's it, that's the way it is. Joanne, how are you? Joanne Callan.
Indeed, Ron, yes. Good morning, I'm great, thank you.
You're welcome, because you're a lady of... Joanne, actually, you came into the studio and it was like walking through a meadow of lilac or whatever, because there was the most beautiful... you were accompanied by the most beautiful ambience, the most beautiful smell of some of your healing stuff, maybe, because you're
yes.
a holistic therapist.
Yeah, probably essential oils, I'm imagining you're getting there.
Yeah.
Sort of a mix of rose and geranium, and a mix that I'm wearing this morning.
Yeah.
So, and yes, reflexology is my main therapy, although I do...
Making people better is your game, and maybe preventing them getting... Well, in the first place.
Yes, that would be my sort of take on any holistic therapy, is that prevention is better than cure. We like, of course, to help people where they are, but really with holistic therapies and a holistic approach to life and living, it's preventative really more than
I get as I commented on your essential oils coming in this morning, are essential oils all right for men, or is it a kind of Ponzi thing for men to be at?
Oh no, there's oils for everybody, and I mean the scents change, the smells change, and it's something that is a very personal thing as well, because some of the oils might appeal to some people, some don't, but the general one, I mean, it's hard to go wrong with lavender or chamomile or some of the...
Chamomile. I tried chamomile once and I went to sleep.
Yes, well that's the aim of the game, and great for babies. Sometimes people will use lavender for relaxation for babies, but chamomile is probably a better one because it's slightly more gentle.
There was the old thing about lavender, that one would put lavender in one's pillow and it made for a very beautiful night's sleep.
Yes. Yeah.
That makes sense.
Completely relaxing lavender.
Yeah.
But a lot of people also forget that it has fabulous antiseptic properties,
really?
and you know, sore throats, lavender's a perfect one. So
what would you do with the lavender?
Either gargling or just
you gargle
it on the
or rubbing
outside.
it on the outside. Yeah. And you don't need to convert it into an oil in order to do that.
But lavender's one that you don't. Lavender can be applied. Well, again, obviously, people looking out for their own restrictions or sensitivities and things like that.
Yeah,
but for general. For most of us, lavender can be applied directly.
It's probably a good enough idea. Oh, the reason Joanne's here, quite apart from her being wonderfully welcome anytime, is her new program is here on Destination Newry, and it's Destination Wellbeing.
Yes.
We'll talk about that in a moment. But the the thing about, I think people, if they want to go down this road, they ought to go first of all and speak to someone like you, because you know, we can eat the wrong mushroom, kind of thing.
Yes,
you know,
it's always having a chat, and often I would have clients that might come for one thing, and you're signposting them to other therapies or other things that they can do at home that they can keep. They maybe come for reflexology, but then you suggest, well, some aromatherapy could help, some positive well-being affirmations can help. So there's a whole range of stuff, and they do one leads on to the other, and I think that's the benefit of talking to somebody who has worked in the field and who has who understands how one can link, because I think there's no, in the same way as people say there's no man on island, well, I'm a believer there's no therapy on island, and there's no one solution. Well, it has to be a package of solutions.
That's a lovely amalgam, a lovely notion of the kind of, I'm just seeing, coming to me now is a beautiful golden sand desert island with a blue sky and a gentle sea lapping on the shore and bringing healing to people.
Well, that's the hope, and as I said, that's the approach, is that it needs to be a combined effort, and often when anybody goes along to a therapist, they've experience of that, and they'll rarely just focus on whatever their practice is. They'll generally help with a broad range of...
I've come across something called Pachulia Oil.
Yes.
And there's everybody out there of a certain age, where did you get the Pachulia oil?
Yes.
Because apparently it was a hippie thing of the 60s and 70s.
Yes.
I didn't know this.
Because
I was much too busy being non-hippie in the 60s and 70s, and I had big responsibilities of work. But so I've taken to this stuff, and it's a very chilling kind of... the thing is, you never notice it that you've got it on. But everyone, you have your Pachulia oil on today, kind of thing. very pleasing, and everybody seems to know it of a certain age, as I say, you know.
And the thing with oils is, I mean, people often talk about it being the new thing, therapies and things, you know, it's new age and it's this and it's that, but what they forget is that it's age old. It's, you know, they're dating right back to
the Valley of the Kings. I'm thinking the pharaohs. I'm thinking the pyramids.
There have been all of these, you know, and even as I say, even reflexology dates way back to ancient Chinese times, and you know, there's such a history behind so much of it, and yet people think when you start talking about it, well, oh, you're into that different stuff.
But is it reflexology? Is it sort of acupuncture without needles? It's you're identifying the same chi points.
Primarily, yes. The idea is that it's acupressure and it works on the same zones. Similar principle without the needles. So,
wow, I like that.
Yeah, I think funny coming up on the show in a few weeks. I'll have an acupuncturist in as well. So
and will the acupuncturist be inserting the needles?
Yes.
Wow.
Well, we'll see. Can we get to?
I remember once we were. Well, once upon a time they allowed me to give blood, you see. When you get over a certain age, they won't take it anymore, which is a fairly crap kind of philosophy. But anyway, I'm sure there's a reason for it. Yeah. But I was in the town hall, and the table, there were about 10 of us sitting around waiting to give blood. And I knew quite a few of the folk, and people were a wee bit nervous, a wee bit just fidgety and all. I said, it'll be fairly quick today, actually. And, oh, will it, Rowan? I said, yeah, it'll be quick enough today because they're using the new type of needle. I said, up to now they've just used the little fine needle, but now they're using a thing like a big knitting needle. So when they get that shoved into you, it takes the blood out ever so much more quickly. And they think, this is going on. Yeah. But where did your holistic career begin?
Well, I suppose the ideas behind holistic, and certainly aromatherapy is probably one of the first ones that I remember using. And I remember going off to do my 11 plus with rosemary essential oil on my sleeve for concentration and things like that. So it's always been really a way of life for me. But 7 years ago, I decided to train as a reflexologist in Newry College, so in Newry Tech, SRC. And really from there I've just grown. I've went through, I suppose, my own personal journey as well, and then I have also incorporated that alongside training and working with other people. So I've reflexology, Reiki, I do my most recent, I suppose, course that I've trained in is relaxed kids classes.
What's relaxed kids classes?
They are, I suppose, a mixture of different elements. So we take the children through an hour's session, which brings them from sort of high energy, as people will know with children, anything from sort of 4-year-olds right through to 14, 15, and then even the child within all of us. So we can all benefit from it.
What's the secret to relaxing kids? What do you do?
I think it's taking them through. We take them through some movement games, run the energy, but get them running about and get some of the
tired
energy out.
And they'll fall asleep.
Play some games for a very short period of time, and then we take them through a series of stretching exercises, deep breathing exercises, positive affirmations where they get to say nice things about themselves and the people they're with. So the energy of the program is very much about peace, relaxation, and we incorporate some oils and things as well, and then we bring them through to a guided relaxation and visualization at the end. So
and you're also doing stuff. You're also doing stuff in the community.
Yes, I do. For a number of years now, 4 or 5 years, I've been working with various different women's groups, youth projects, and a lot of the organisations. So the Alzheimer's Society, Chest, Heart and Stroke, for some of their carers programs and some of their actual service user programs as well. So,
and do you find that folk who are patients in these kind of situations, or some of them older folk, that it benefits them to a tangible benefit, you can see it.
I think a lot of what I would try to do with the group is to give people stuff they can do at home. So it's great to be able to come to a therapist, and of course I would recommend that time out for everything, but there's so much that we can be doing on a daily basis that we can incorporate just in relaxation exercises, as I say, back again to the aromatherapy, you know, and just an awareness that there are stuff that I can do to help me relax. And with stress and emotional reasons, I mean, a lot of the research is showing that anywhere between 85 and 90% of illness has an emotional base.
People ask me about these things at times. I tend at this stage of my life to be mega chilled. I don't sweat the small stuff at all.
No, well,
and people say to me, what's the secret?
Yeah.
And I say only one thing: eat the orange one segment at a time.
Well, funny, that's one of the exercises I did a few weeks ago with one of my chill skills groups, a group of 11, 12-year-olds. We went through the process of eating the orange, and before we even got eaten it, they had smelt it, they had, they'd touched it, they'd felt it, and noticed even just how the saliva was beginning to build in their mouth, because they were spending this time. And, you know, it was amazing to hear 13-year-olds say, you know, I really enjoyed that orange. And, you know, and it wasn't just I liked that, you know, it was a real deep enjoyment, and it was taking that time, you know, that might have taken them 10 minutes to eat the orange, that previously would have taken, gone.
Absolutely.
But they noticed the taste, and they noticed
Philip, who's down in Warren Point. Philip is the fruiterer, the greengrocer, and the guy's a lovely man. He was telling me about he comes from Carrickmacross, and he was telling me about a party they'd had, and he said the priest came in, he said, and I got talking to the priest about how you should relax, what's the best way. And do you know what he told me, Rowan? He said exactly what you said. I told him about the orange. He said that he gets a good half hour out of the Lord's Prayer, that he just, Our Father, and that he'll meditate on that for a wee while.
And just take rushing.
So you've acupuncture on your program. What else will you have on? When is it happening?
It goes out on a Tuesday afternoon at 3 o'clock, and then again on a Thursday at 3 as well. So and we will have a wide range. So we've acupuncture coming up. We've some fitness and exercise. This month is Alzheimer's Awareness Month, so I have one of the ladies from the Alzheimer's Society in Uri coming in to have a chat to us about that, and I'll be putting hopefully a holistic spin on that as well. And we also have, this month is also organic. It's coming in September, is Organic Awareness Month as well. So we'll be talking about some organic lifestyle and taking it off, maybe just not totally food, but into cosmetics and safe skincare, which I think is an area that is very important.
I tried to get it in Dublin. I saw on the Times weekend, the Irish Times weekend supplement, you could buy carbolic soap in a shop, a hardware shop on Pierce Street in Dublin, and I resolved I'm going to get some of that because I remember the smell of that as a boy. It always was
funny
great.
With the I know with memory boxes for the Alzheimer's Society, when they're working with clients, they have carbolic soap as one of the things, and mothballs is another one.
I hate mothballs. I hate them. I like carbolic soap
because the sense of smell is so closely linked to memory, and can open up a whole world of conversations. So.
It's all difficult. And where do people find you if they want to come to you and avail of your services? My
website is www.trythealternative.net.
Trythealternative.net. That's it.
And people will also find me on Facebook. I do a lot of stuff through Facebook because I find it a wonderful way to communicate.
Thank you.
Thank you, Ron. Thank you very much.
And thanks for bringing your fragrance into our studio.
Thank you very much.
Sean, we play this woman some music.